Hi everyone, I found it unethical, disrespectful to say in the comment section that a person is not the type they are, especially when their personality type is clearly written and mentioned in the video. It did not happen to my channel, but on many other MBTI content creator channels that I consider as coworkers, the people concerned who are immature, unaware, not open-minded, have a strong ego, are disrespectful, will surely never see this video, because we attract what we are in terms of level of consciousness, of vibration, of our energy. And that on my channel, in the comment section, 99% of the time, they are only people who are very mature, have high level of awareness, are awakened soul, are extremely intelligent, wise and respectful. You are amazing individuals. Life is not a battle of who is right and who is wrong. How can we know if something is true if we all, everyone, every day, we always miss a part of the information of our function 4, if our function 3 is sometimes blurry, uncertain, if we are often unaware of our function 7, if we don't understand and ignore this information. I think it's by working together, learning from each other, the 8 functions working together, that we can get closer to the truth. Life is an individual battle with ourselves alone, not with the world, not with other individuals. Self-discovery, self-understanding, self-acceptance, self-integration is an individual journey, and other people can help us and guide us if we ask them, or if they care about us, they can help us to heal. We cannot expect the thing and situation to change if no one take action, if no one react, if no one do something and say to people that they have been disrespectful, things and situation will never change. If I don't do it, probably no one will. Maybe my value and expectation are too high, maybe my strong FI value, ethics, moral are not aligned with that of others with FE, or maybe they are, I don't know, but this absolutely must stop and change, I think. Take back your power, react, take action, don't let anyone tell you who you are, don't let anyone say to others who they are, defend yourself and defend others, otherwise the situation will stay the same, will happen again, will never change. Make yourself respected, make others feel respected, say something, do something when you see a disrespectful situation. One of the most beautiful gifts to be Asperger is that certain of us, we don't judge other people. One of the beautiful gifts to be Enneagram is that certain of us, we may care about the entire world, about all living beings, about every soul, about people's mind, about people's mental health. We have a difficult role, raise the consciousness of people, help them to integrate their shadow, all the part of themselves, to show them the light, and it is difficult for us to accept that we cannot help people who don't want to be helped, that we cannot show the light to people who don't want to see it. My parents often told me, you look like you carry all the misery of the world. They were right, because from my perception, all I see and saw is people's soul and their suffering. Maybe this is how certain intuitive types see the world, I don't know, let me know in the comment. I think certain INFJ and INTJ were born so aware and so deep that we had no self, no character, we may identify with our soul and not with our character. Before discovering MBTI and neurodivergence, I never knew myself, I never knew who I was. When you become more aware, connected to your essence, to your being, you will realize that there is no self, there is no you, there is no me. We are nothing, we are just a life, we are just a light, a consciousness, we control almost nothing. Maybe the only thing we can do is learn alone and learn from each other to grow, to improve, to accept ourselves, others and the world as it is, little by little, having conscious of the unconscious and realize that nothing matters. Our personality type is just a part, a layer of our whole personality functioning. It is just a character, a hero in a game, a hero in a dream, that we try to level up to make it stronger and better. Our reality is just a dream. We're just a consciousness who embody a character who try to find his path, his role on this planet. And none of us choose to be the way we are. We do the best with what we have, with our gifts, talent and weaknesses. Our cognitive function and other systems about the self remind us that we are all unbalanced and we need to be like this to live, to function. When you think you know yourself and others, you know nothing, we know nothing. We are limited by our perception, by our consciousness, by our mind, by our body, by the dimension where we live, by what we have learned. More we learn, more we know, more we realize how much we don't know. Even by knowing almost all the personality system, I still have the impression that I don't know myself, or rather my character, that something is missing. Maybe I am just biased by my own perception, that I think something is missing because of my SE inferior function 4, that my consciousness know I always miss information of this category. Often people think I did inner work because I feel peace around me and that I am always calm. I didn't, I am born like this. I always have been wise, calm, very introverted. Maybe this is the combination of all layers of my personality functioning that make me like this. You are nothing, we are nothing. We are just a life, a light in a physical body who will die one day. Everything is temporary. Admire the uniqueness of every individual, listen to them, admire what they share, what they create, what they bring to the world, without worrying about their personality type, without judging them. One day I said to a psychologist, when we stop to judge people, we have more time for ourselves and we feel better with ourselves. And he found interesting what I said. If an ISTJ has learned the intuition, if an INTJ has learned FI and FE, everyone can do like Asperger people. They can learn to stop judging other people, accept them as they are, love them for their uniqueness just because they exist. What we are, just a consciousness connected to the universe, to the unconscious or tree of life in a human physical body. Where do we live on planet Earth, art, where the love heals, and with love we create, we make art, planet where we hurt and love ourselves and others, we choose, and Asperger is also called the wrong planet syndrome. If you want to know your type or someone's type accurately, you can meet Dario Nardi and make a brain scan, EEG, electroencephalogram. I think it is the most efficient and most accurate way to know your personality type and even your subtype. I found it disrespectful to type people in the comment section when they didn't ask for it, especially when their type is clearly written and mentioned in the video. I find it disrespectful to assume wrong things about other people. I find it disrespectful to say or to write to people who they are and who they are not if they don't ask for other perception and judgment. Just let them, let people be. Mind your own business, mind your own mind. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.